YouTube, what's going on, Mr. Kid Jalen?
Man, Brandon.
And we're back into the video. This top guys we're to. Does Lonzo Ball deserve to be the NBA's draft #1 pick? What do you feel about that? Yes or no? You don't watch college basketball like that.
Yeah, so it's like I don't really know the extent of everybody else, but when I see Lonzo Ball, to me he's an automatic playmaker. He's an automatic playmaker when I see him, but his shot, like I said, his father said they don't have their own shot, but I feel like in the NBA, because the shot is like he could get the ball and like shoot it, but because it takes him so long to form to go like that he has to like get at least if he has that shot form. Because listen, Sean Marion played like 17 years with that shot, so he could play with his shot if he's hitting buckets. He hitting buckets. So like I said, I'm not gonna hate him or whatever, but I think that to just a little quicker. That's all. Just a little quicker to get it out. You know what I'm saying? To make the buckets, then yeah. But
what's the size in your boy? Put some size in the man.
Yeah. He like I said, every high school player, any college player, add some size, but he also needs to keep, you know what I'm saying, because you can't add size and just go on. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, train and get bigger while you're training, playing ball, so your body, like, you know what I'm saying, your body's going with you while you're, dribbling the ball and stuff like that, because, you know what I'm saying, you have your strength or whatever, but yeah, he needs a little, you know what I'm saying, more size on him. You know what I'm saying, he's good.
See you guys.
What's up, guys? Mike here, and today
Mike
we're talking about the man Lonzo Ball yet again. Because honestly, Lonzo Ball is just special. I mean, already this season, he's become like a modern-day rock star. So yeah, there's a lot of hype going on right now. Now, is that hype justified? Well, as you may have guessed at this point, that is the topic of today's video. Should Lonzo Ball be a top pick? Should he be the #1 pick? And right before we get started, I just want to say, reminder, I'm doing a giveaway on my Instagram that will end in 2 days. I'm giving away throwback jerseys like this one, but you can choose whatever you want. I'll buy it for you. All you have to do is go to @MikeCorzemba, follow me, and then the first post there will be the giveaway. You just have to like and comment on that. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's talk about Lonzo Ball. Let's get this out of the way right now. Lonzo Ball is different than every draft prospect we've ever seen. We've never seen a 6'6" point guard with this kind of basketball IQ, this kind of floor vision,
automatic
athleticism, this kind of
he better have that badge when 2K come out.
This kind of jump shot. Everything about Lonzo is unnatural, and it's hard to judge a player when you can't directly compare him to a modern NBA player. Because being different scares scouts. It always has. At one point in time, scouts were afraid to take Kevin Garnett because high school players needed college experience before going to the NBA. KG would go on to become a 15-time All-Star, NBA MVP, and NBA champion. These same scouts were afraid to take Dirk Nowitzki because foreign big men were seen as soft and hadn't really found a lot of success in the league.
Yeah, he proved really wrong.
Good luck telling Dirk Nowitzki to his face that he's soft. He might just hit you. And if he didn't, well, he probably would just laugh behind his own 13 All-Star game appearances, MVP trophy, and championship ring. And most recently, scouts ranked Steph Curry behind several members of his draft class because he played the game differently. Steph wasn't tall, he wasn't fast.
Dang, he like 40-inch boy, he made him jump.
Yeah, like I told you, I stopped jumping for that, man. Oh my goodness.
He had tremendous individual success because there was no real NBA comparison for him, which meant scouts decided to make safe picks such as drafting Johnny Flynn, a more prototypical NBA point guard. So I think we can agree, in the eyes of scouts, different is bad. So this year, scouts are nervous about Lonzo Ball because his game is somewhat abnormal. His jump shot is weird, he's not that explosive off the dribble, he's very skinny, he's whatever. To me, these few weaknesses are more than made up by the tremendous strengths that Lonzo possesses. And as the season has gone on, most people have actually began to agree with that statement. In fact, at this point, most people also seem to agree that Lonzo has the floor of a good NBA player and the ceiling of a legitimate NBA superstar, which is great, but the question still does remain.
You gonna pull up on him like that? You gonna pull up on him?
Be the top pick in this year's NBA draft? Because even though scouts have admitted that Lonzo Ball has tremendous potential, they've also consistently put Markelle Fultz ahead of Lonzo. Now, before we go any further, I just want to say, I think Markelle Fultz is awesome. I think he has star potential too. With that said, one of the biggest points made in the case for Markelle is that he's put up absolutely monster stats this season. And looking at those numbers, I have to agree that Markelle has had a better season statistically than Lonzo. But it's not by the huge margin that some people want you to believe. Lonzo's finished the season with more assists, rebounds, and steals than Markelle, and he's
Yeah, he's
also
shooting
shot
54%.
almost
That's crazy.
70% better from the field. Yes, you can say Markelle's assists and shooting percentages are
goodness.
down because Washington
Nice
is
step
just
back right
that
there,
bad.
boy.
But you could also say that Lonzo's stats across the board are down because he gets less opportunities than Markelle because UCLA is a much better team. So for the stats, again, slight edge for Markelle.
Yeah, but he's
they're
making
not
his
that
teammates
big of a
better. That's
deal
not.
for me. They're
Bro,
not
his
that
shot
big
is
a
so
deal
weird,
as
but his
the most
money.
important stat in
Like,
all
what
of
happens when they get
wins.
when that gets
And in
2K?
that category, well, it's not even close.
cheese
And
over
before
there.
That's gonna be
we
some
get into the
cheese. Put that
argument for
probably put that on
Markelle,
quick.
Lonzo has a
You
much
put that shot on
better
quick. That's
team.
some
I
that's some
didn't realize.
cheese.
I didn't realize how quick his shot was.
Yeah, think about that.
By the
That's gonna be some cheese trying to block on 2K.
Dad, LeVar, who, when asked about Lonzo's potential as a #1 draft pick, said this. He's
Look at
the
this,
only
6
player
what
in
is
the
that,
draft that
6'6"?
can make everyone around
Around him better,
and as
yeah.
you can see that with UCLA. Why shouldn't he be #1? He's earned it. Nobody else is playing like him. Nobody else is doing what he's doing. He's selling out arenas. He's making all his players better. Why wouldn't he be #1? How do you start your franchise without that guy? And as for that first point, well, I gotta say, Lonzo's dad is right on the money. Because at his core, Lonzo Ball is a winner. All you really need to know is that last year, the Bruins were 15-17. They had the 101st offensive efficiency in the NCAA, and Steve Alford was legitimately afraid for his job. This season, with almost the entire same roster, UCLA is currently 29-4. They have the #1 offensive efficiency in the entire nation, and Steve Alford is feeling very comfortable. So yeah,
Bring that man to
this
Lakers.
season, Lonzo has a better
Bring that
team
boy
than
to the
Markelle.
Lakers, man. I'm sorry, D'Angelo Russell's about to go.
Especially when you factor in the addition
Well, they
of
say he's not really a Laker
but
anyway.
just remember, before
Listen,
Lonzo
Lakers
Ball
are-
got to
Lakers need to tank it
UCLA,
that
they
pick. Now,
were
you going-
just as bad as
It's
the
a possibility. He might go to
Washington
76ers,
Huskies
and that's
are
gonna be some
emphasizing
cheese.
this as much
Him,
as
Ben
possible
Simmons,
because you
him,
need
Ben
to
Simmons,
know
Joel
the
Embiid,
presence
they
of
probably
gonna
Lonzo
trade
Ball
Okafor.
absolutely
Okafor might get
transforms
traded.
a
Oh my
team's
goodness, get
entire
out of here.
culture. In just 1 year, Lonzo made a below-average basketball team into that of a championship contender with the #1 offense in all
Him,
of
Ben
college
Simmons, and Joel
basketball.
Embiid,
This
like
has
the future.
surprised a lot
Future,
of
that's it.
people,
Trust the
but it's been
process.
absolutely
I would have
no
kept,
surprise
if
to
honestly,
Lonzo
if he
or
gets
his dad,
76ers,
because
I would have
throughout
kept
Lonzo's
Norris
high
Noel
school
and
career,
got rid of
LeVar was
Okafor. Not
constantly
tripping.
filling out pickup games and summer league tournament rosters
Nah.
with bad
Because
players
I would have
who
kept
played
Okafor. I mean, I would have
well.
kept
His
Norris Noel
message
for
was
defense. He played better
everybody
defense than
was good
Okafor.
players. But if you
Everybody say
let
Okafor has no
guys
defense.
only
They're
win
wanting him to play
that,
defense.
well, that about sums up everything you really need to know about Lonzo Ball. He spent his entire basketball life turning losing teams into winners, and at every stage,
Oh my
no
goodness,
matter
good
what
pick.
challenge
Good
has
pick.
been thrown at him, he's found success. And the reason he's able to lead his team to wins is also the reason
shot
he's
is so
established
weird, but it's
himself
probably
as such an elite
there's probably some
prospect.
cheese
When
in
it comes
2K.
down to it, no other top prospect, not even Markelle Fultz, can
Yes.
match Lonzo Ball's intangibles and clutch G. When you watch Lonzo play, you can tell that he was born to become a basketball star. He sees plays develop seconds before the average player. He anticipates opponents' moves on defense before they themselves know what they're going to do. Plus, he's the most unselfish top draft prospect I've ever seen. He always makes the right pass to his teammates. He always keeps everyone on the court involved in the offense. He's the definition of a floor general. So it's
Basically,
no
yeah.
surprise that these unique skills have kept Lonzo in the conversation of top draft prospects for the last few years. And now that we're at the NCAA tournament, March Madness, the one time of the year where all eyes will be on college basketball players, well, the ability to win games might just win Lonzo the top pick in this year's NBA draft. Because the thing is, no matter what scouts and GMs want to tell you, a player's performance in the NCAA tournament actually matters a lot. We've seen guys like Kemba Walker and Gordon Hayward make huge runs in March Madness and then go on to drastically improve their draft stock. But even if Lonzo doesn't win any games this tournament, even if he sat out the entire tournament, I'd still pick him with the #1 pick in the draft. I'd still take the guy who has a genius basketball IQ. And right now, Markelle is going to be on the couch at home watching Lonzo Ball play in the NCAA tournament. That could be huge for Lonzo's draft stock. Just how huge, well, that remains to be seen. The Bruins have an incredibly tough road to fight through in this year's tournament. If they reach the Sweet 16, they might have to play a loaded Kentucky Wildcats team. If they beat Kentucky, well, then they'll probably have to face off against a just as loaded veteran North Carolina team. The road to the Final Four is not going to be easy, but as we've already learned, Lonzo wouldn't want it any other way. He spent his whole life defying the odds, playing with less talented teams and finding ways to win anyway. Now, with all eyes on him, it's really put up or shut up. If Lonzo can put up some monster performances, some games that turn heads and showcase the dominance we've seen flashes of this season,
Literally, Demi
well,
got
that's going to leave a very lasting image in the minds of NBA scouts everywhere. Because we've seen how these guys' careers usually end up. They're the Larry Birds, the Magic Johnsons, the Tim Duncans, the LeBron James. Players with elite basketball IQs not only lead their team to wins, they also are able to play a long time in the NBA because they're able to adjust their games when their athleticism begins to fade. So when you combine Lonzo's incredible basketball smarts with his physical gifts, I mean, come on, the guy is a 6'6" point guard who's fast and has a near 40-inch vertical. Well, when you combine these two things, you get almost the perfect formula for the perfect NBA draft prospect. The only thing really missing in that combination is work ethic. But don't worry, because Lonzo checks off that box too. This work ethic has been instilled in Lonzo since he was just
Ben Simmons is actually nice.
From as early as he can
and
remember,
Joel Embiid coming back now.
basketball hasn't been work for him. Instead, it's been fun because he's not really
all that taking it did actually came in handy.
More working at his
Joel Embiid looking like we don't want to trust the process no more.
Yeah, he keeps getting hurt, but like when he's playing, boy, he's nice.
No, I'm not saying anything about him. You're saying not being nice. Just the fact that like, yo, I don't want to deal with that. He can keep getting hurt.
Long hill in his hometown to improve his stamina. And from the
you know what I mean? Like he just needs to just I don't know what he could do. He just gotta stop getting hurt.
Working on his ball handling and shooting. As his dad puts it, a lot of people be like, you push him to the limit. No, I got him to the limit. If I have to push you, then this ain't for you. Lonzo doesn't need to be pushed to practice his craft. In fact, he wouldn't feel right if he wasn't working as hard as he could to get better every day. So when it all comes down to it, I'm sure scouts are going to spend the next few months arguing about Lonzo's jump shot, his strength, his lack of a mid-range game. They're going to spend a lot of time worrying
his jump shot is so weird though.
I don't think will
with his
matter
cash.
Because sure, Lonzo Ball does have some flaws in his game right now. What 19-year-old basketball player doesn't? But if any of those flaws turn out to be a real problem, well, I think Lonzo will be able to figure out a way to get rid of them. He has the work ethic and the basketball IQ to dramatically improve his game, and as for now, like I said, the man has just proven himself as a winner at every level he's ever played at, which is the #1 reason I would pick Lonzo with the first pick in the draft. When it comes down to it, the only real goal in basketball is to win, and Lonzo Ball has proven that he wins games time and time again. For me, that's enough. Also, the fact that he's a 6'6" freak of a point guard doesn't really hurt either. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Even if you don't agree with me, I still hope you enjoyed it. I hope you subscribe if you're new. I make basketball content like this. I do NBA what-ifs, I do NBA conspiracies. I just do...
Alright. First pick of the draft.
I think he should be first pick. I don't see nobody else. There's other people out there, but I just hear about Lonzo Ball. You know, his father's hyping up too, but I feel like his father believes in him. That's his son. Of course, he's gonna believe in him. But like I said, man, I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be good. Like I said, I'm not gonna say somebody's gonna be horrible. I think the only thing he just needs to get more size. I didn't see how quick his shot was when I saw it. You know what I'm saying? I think he could. You know what I'm saying? He could form a little better shot. But other than that, man, he just need to get some more size because that skinniness ain't gonna ride. He gotta. You know what I'm saying? He gotta get some more size on him. You know what I'm saying? Working, I think.
Well, he got a size like Steph Curry's kind of slim, but like
yeah, but he's not 6'6" basically.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like Steph Curry is 6'6", so that's why it's who they said Ben Simmons. I think he needs to. He said he was up to 250 now because when he came in from college, they said that's what he needed. He needed size. So I think coming out of college, Lonzo Ball's gonna need more size. But other than that, he's gonna be good. Like I said, you know what I mean.
If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit thumbs up. You guys see more content from us. Make sure to subscribe. Until next time, guys.
Salute.